Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. We have a really great session covering some of the new capabilities in our latest Helix AIOps release. I'm Mary Chen, Solutions Marketing at BMC Helix, and I lead our marketing efforts for our BMC Helix AIOps solution. I'm joined today by our product experts, Minji, Anuj, Kamal, and Michael, who will give us deep dives into some of these new capabilities and demonstrate these innovations and how they are going to reshape the future of IT operations and elevate the whole operational experience. Just a quick note that anything, any future plans we discuss here or releases are subject to change and cancellation at any time. Also, feel free to ask any questions throughout the webinar in the Q&A, and we'll address them at the end of the webinar. This webinar will be recorded, so you'll have access to the on-demand recording in about 24 hours. So a quick overview of what we're going to be covering today, starting with how we at BMC Helix define AIOps. There's been some confusion in the industry about, on what AIOps does. Whether you call it AIOps or Event Intelligence Solutions, our focus is to identify the cause quickly and get you the recommendations for fixes much faster. And we'll also, cover some of the other capabilities in our releases. And also, like I said, we're going to do some demonstrations of some of the capabilities. So the median downtime for most companies is longer than 5 hours. And that is very critical and an expensive operation problem we're facing today. So a lot of the times where we see people struggling or wasting time throughout their troubleshooting process is the tendency to focus on symptoms and jumping to conclusions without thoroughly analyzing the data. This results in addressing symptoms rather than the root cause, so we have recurring problems. So when we say AIOps, we mean getting customers the cause of the problems much faster, giving them recommendations for fixes faster, and also helping them predict and prevent service health, performance, and capacity disruptions. So with BMC Helix AIOps, we give you the opportunity to consolidate your infrastructure, network, and application view in a single pane of glass. You can get all your disparate tools and data all in one place. So we not only look at telemetry data, but also your topology, your changes, incidents, knowledge articles, and vulnerabilities, so that all your different personas and teams are operating from a single view, from single set of data and the same context. So you can see how all these data points interact with each other, which prevents individuals from assuming things or jumping to conclusions or chasing symptoms. How we do this is we always start by, building a service modeling strategy. That's the foundation of our AIOps solution, right? And that means you first ingest all of your topology data from sources across your environment. This includes third-party monitoring tools like AppD or Dynatrace to get your application topology, discovery, and service mapping data in. And then we have we can reconciliate all the data so that you have a unified service model to work from, and that feeds the data into our AI engines for processing the insights. And then we also have, we use AI for event clustering. So we group related events together and consolidate all the noise and reduce alert so that, you don't have alert storms going into in your environment. We connected cause to effect using causal AI to perform root cause analysis. We also use AI-powered predictions to analyze historical data and forecast potential issues like, figuring out if there are any performance bottlenecks or capacity shortages before any disruptions occur. And also, we know that we don't operate in a vacuum, right? AIOps, a lot of companies have ITSM tools or ticketing systems, including our own Helix ITSM solution. So our ability to automatically create an incident in your ITSM tool from the events that we correlate in AIOps reduces noise as well as costs associated with getting these tickets created and assigning ownership to them. And all of these capabilities enable agentic capabilities and these new agents to provide faster insights and work alongside human SREs and DevOps teams to help find the root cause faster and get you the recommendations much, much faster. And here are some of the things that our customers say about Helix AIOps. What they're really excited right now is taking it to the next level, right? With our AIOps solution with our autonomous AI agents. And this is a good segue for me to turn to Minji, our product expert, on our agentic capabilities.
Thank you, Mary. Hi, everyone. This is Minji Lin. I'm a product manager for AIOps. Apologize for not turning on camera. I'm having some issue with my camera right now. So as Mary already mentioned, an enterprise environment is extremely complex, and SREs and IT admins struggle with maintaining the service level agreement and so on. So before I introduce our latest solution, which is a deep root cause analyzer, I'd like to go back and walk through the workflows that SREs typically follow during an incident response process. From that process, I'd like to highlight their challenges and then also show that there are opportunities for agentic systems to help for solving their issues. And this exercise is exactly what our data scientists and engineers went through when they were designing our latest solutions. So in a very complex enterprise environment with lots of devices and many layers of software supporting business applications, when an incident happens, what happens? So SREs are alerted of an incident, and the first thing they need to do is to assess the severity to see whether it is a real incident or it's pure noise. Often, SIEs will have to jump across many dashboards, more than 10 in some cases, to search for a clue. And sometimes they will have to manually go through some log files and searching for some indication. And the systems are so diverse, sometimes the clocks are not in sync, which makes it really difficult to correlate logs from one system to another. And on top of that, on a given server or a network device, there are layers of software. And you can imagine the difficulty in finding the culprit or even just a sign of any misbehavior of an entity. Oftentimes, SREs will have to pull in domain experts to dive deeper into a specific subject, for example, into a database issue or in diagnosing complex network dependency issues. And sometimes one team, after doing the analysis, will have to hand the whole thing over to another team for further analysis on a different subject. And this process can take a long time, depending on the expertise of the folks involved. They may go through multiple iterations to form hypotheses, revise the initial hypothesis, and then proceed making progress. So in summary, it is a very stressful environment for human beings to work, considering that escalations require updates very often, sometimes every several hours, and the turnaround time is required. Also, manually looking through and processing the data, right now it's impossible. So our AIOps systems have mechanisms to process all the data and do the correlation. So I will spend some time discussing that after I'm done with this section. So in summary, high stress environment and difficulty in correlating data from different sources, and also lack of domain expertise for the existing IT team. Typically, the IT teams are very small. From talking to customers, I learned that some IT teams have less than 10 people, yet they are expected to manage a huge operation serving tens of sites and sometimes thousands of employees. So this is where our AIOps systems can help. And Mary already mentioned about the data sources. So our AIOps system takes data from various observability platforms, such as AppDynamics, Dynatrace, Splunk, and other, even AWS. So from those data, our systems building the various topology map, and we form our view of a running system. When there is an issue, we have the mechanism to signal to the user and to our system, and that triggers subsequent root cause analysis. So we have already released various solutions in the root cause analysis area in terms of situation assessment and also best action planning. So in 25.4, we are rolling out under controlled availability a new solution called the Deep Root Cause Analyzer. This is a solution that leverages a fleet of AI agents to work on different types of data and then to collaborate, synthesize the data to form deeper insights of the state of the system. So let me talk about the components that form this deep RCA solution. There is a main agent that's responsible for orchestrating all the other agents in terms of problem understanding and analysis. So let's call this the main orchestration agent. When a problem happens, this agent will be activated to look at the situation and do assessment. At the same time, it's going to start other agents to do the analysis on respective data types. So one main agent is called Log Analyzer. That agent is responsible for analyzing log files on various different systems. Based on the topology information that AIOps system has, this log agent knows which log file on which device to retrieve. And it can also look for the specific time window and searching for relevant information. On top of that, the orchestration agent also started called the change agent. We all know that in enterprise environment, there are so many changes, and many of the incidents are due to previous changes. So it is a very, it's a low-hanging fruit for the change analyzer to go through certain changes on relevant nodes and looking for culprit. With the collaboration of these two agents, deeper insights can be formed. And just to simulate the typical SRE team operation, this deep root cause analyzer will iterate based on the insights generated from these different agents and then revise the original hypothesis so that the AI agent team can move forward toward the real culprit. Next slide, please. So I already mentioned that the IT teams are often understaffed, but when they're equipped with the deep root cause analysis solution, it's like they are getting another team of SREs. So we provide all these quick analysis while keeping the human in the loop. So here you can see when a problem happens, initially our system will give a initial analysis, and at the same time it's going to start off the subsequent worker agent, such as the log analyzer agent, the change agent, and in the future we will have a matrix agent and a trace agent coming up to assist with the overall activity. And while these agents are running, insights are collected and processed. And once this iteration is over, depending on the problem, there could be another round of analysis done by all these agents. So when the whole process is over, the final result will be updated. So as you can see on this screen, the top left-hand side is the problem summary, and it is generated by our large language model, specifically trained with our enterprise knowledge. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah, we have Helix has this OpsWarmer interface, which provides a conversational way for SREs or other IT admins to converse with the AIOps system and or the ITSM system. So through this interface, we will be able to show incremental progress to the end user. And in the future, this interface will also allow the AIOps system to retrieve certain real-time data from the system. So those data will be able to provide critical information needed in exactly identifying the problem. Now, so as I mentioned, for 25.4, we just made this deep RCA available under controlled availability. And right now, the BMC SRE team is verifying the solution. We are working on additional functionalities on the matrix processing side, and we will make this solution available to other customers under controlled availability very soon. Now I would like to hand it off to my colleague, to cover additional features from AIOps. Anuj.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Benji. Thank you, Mary. I hope you can hear me. Hello, everyone. My name is Anuj Gupta. So I'm part of the product management team with BMC Helix and looks after AIOps and operations management portfolio. Okay, so after those deep root cause analyzer that you've heard about, the ops farmer, another I would say really cool, innovative capability that I think is already available. I won't be surprised if some of you may have already tried this or have plans to try it, is our Helix GPT driven insight finder. So this capability is already available to us even in across our product portfolio on the service management side, on the operations management side, and other areas. And the intent with this is how do we provide the power of business intelligence at the hands of the users? How can users create those business dashboards, visualizations in context of their problem, in context of their analysis that they're doing, in context of the service they're doing, and in a very simple conversational chat interface. Okay, so and what we have done in our current releases, along with the parameters around metrics and events that we supported in our past release, we have extended that towards the service-centric monitoring, which means we have included dimensions around service health, situations data as well as predictions data. So what does this mean that? So earlier, if you were saying that, hey, tell me the number of critical events impacting critical events for the last 7 days. Now we can extend that to say that now show me what are the impacting critical events for my service called Apex Banking as an example. Or things like what is the health score, current health score of my service XYZ that I'm interested. On the fly, it will interact with the underlying Helix GPT, will interact with the underlying platform, query the respective data source, get you the meaningful information, and then represent that in a form of these charts, different kind of charts that again based on the user choice he can always customize, he can update those visualizations on the request. And then in context of that problem, context of the service, once you have defined those dashboards, the user can save it, share it with its peers, with the different stakeholders, or for future reference. So really cool capability, and making this whole experience around dashboarding, around inciting, a lot more easier. Okay, so yeah, so and then what in addition to that, we have also added things like predictions also. How do you predictions in context of your services, predictions in context of your of on your in context of your metrics as well. All that information right at the via this natural language based chat interface. Okay, cool. Moving on, the next slide. Okay, so Mary started off with what is AIOps, what are the benefits with AIOps. Now, some of our customers have already been trying this AIOps solution, and then the question, some of them, has what is the real business value? What is the value realization that we get from AIOps? We tell that okay, you can do noise reduction, you can do root cause analysis, you can do incident volume reduction, and all not. And now what via these dashboards we can really quantify what is the business outcomes. For we provide the business KPIs as well as the operational KPIs to measure the AIOps value realization. So KPIs like the event noise reduction, right? How much of the event noise have been reduced, and then as part of the integrations, the service of integrations, we also can see how much of the incident volume has been reduced by just leveraging and using AI solution as an example, or other KPIs like what is the mean time to resolve a problem. So these are some of these KPIs that we have provided out of the box, but again, this is all dashboarding. We are not limited here. We let users customize the form, even the calculations, and maybe add additional KPIs also of interest to measure their service experience. And in addition, what we also provide here is the operational KPIs. For example, if we say that the my event noise reduction is 30%, and within our organization we have a goal to achieve, let's say, 50%, then these operational KPIs will tell you why it is only 30%. Why are the events not correlated to the services, or why those events are not part of the situations, or let's say what is that percentage of events, or what are those type of events which are not associated to any situation. Is it really a configuration issue that needs to be looked at, or it is really the service modeling issues, or it is the other areas that we need to look at? So this dashboard helps us to really leverage and and measure some of the key KPIs while using the overall AI solution. This is already available in our stack, something and again, as I mentioned, can be customized to add or edit, or even add other additional value-based KPIs of interest. Yep. So these are some of the capabilities. There are other capabilities also, but these are some of the key highlights that we want to call out from the AIOps side. Next, I would pass on to my colleague Komal on to take us to the next set of features.
Hey, thanks, Anuj. Thanks, Mary. So, hello everyone. I am Komal Padmawar. I am product manager for capacity optimization space. And today I'll be talking about a couple of key highlighted features that we have released in 25.4 release. So the first one is it's about showing the capacity risk or future capacity risk for the services that you are seeing in the service monitoring dashboard. So as you know, right, in today in service monitoring, you already see the health score of the service, its anomalies, situations that are open, events that are open on that service. Similarly, we have added an effort to show now the capacity risk. So if there is any problem within any server or within any, the VM that is the service is running on, if there is any problem related to capacity, we'll show this indicator in service monitoring. And then we will also provide the cross launch so that you can come to BHCO for the further analysis that what is the exact problem and what is the solution that you can derive from it, right? So that is the first feature, and I will demo it in a little while once I talk about the other one. So the next slide is another thing that we added is GPU performance and predicting bottlenecks or optimizing the GPU performance. So as you know, right, AI has become the household name now. Everybody is using AI, and every company, maybe in a smaller or larger, they are investing into AI capabilities. And to run the AI efficiently, we know we need GPU. So all the customers or all the enterprises, maybe a small or large customer, they are running GPUs in their environment, and it's become very imperative today or important that you know how you are performing on the on the GPU utilization. It is the costliest, right, technology and hardware in the market right today, and it is most important that you are efficiently using, and also not from the cost perspective but also from the efficiency perspective, that it is performing well and you are not saturating on that. So with that, let me jump to the demo. Okay, let me know when you can see the screen. Okay. So this is our service monitoring UI. Yes, I know there are not a lot of data, but it's capacity related data, which is important for the today's demo. So here you can see there are some of the business services that are listed here. So with the overall service model integration, discovery integration, now we are able to integrate or sync all the service context between service monitoring, BHOM, operation management, and BHCO. So whatever the services that you are defining in discovery or in service monitoring will be available in BHCO, and it will added the capacity related information to these services. So here you can see, so I'll just pick one of them, that is Acme HR Global. This is one of the service which is also available in BHCO, and we have the data collected for all the infrastructure components that on which this service is particularly running on. So here, this is the new indicator that we introduced, which is called future capacity risk, and it is showing at the moment 99 as a score. You can click on it to see what does this mean, right? So right now it is 99, meaning it's a high score. I mean, it's a high severity. So risk score is high, then there is a problem. So if it is indicating that there is a problem, and now you can just go to the BHCO console, it will actually open into the particular context of that service itself, right? So business service details page will be open for the Acme HR Global, because that's the one I clicked. And again, I can see that, okay, there is a CPU and memory problem already for this one. Then as you do the analysis on BHCO side, it is expected you to do the same. So you go to the pools to know which pools are creating a problem or which pools are creating the bottleneck. So here I can see 3 pools are at the problem. Again, one by one, I'll go and check what is the problem. So in this one particular HR database pool, it's a CPU is at the risk, right? So again, on servers, I'll come to know which server it is creating a problem. So here DB cluster, which is at the again risk, and I can click on it and see, okay, what is the problem? So CPU utilization is beyond the threshold, which is around 95%. And I have set up the alert saying, this is a problem for me. So I need to, look into it, and I need to fix the problem. So this is one of the feature that we added. There are things that we need to enhance on it, providing more details on the service monitoring itself. But this is the phase 1 where we want to get the customers' feedback from you guys, like what more information you want to know, is this good enough and all that. So yeah, looking forward for the feedback from you. Now let me jump to the GPU side. So for GPU, we have added a prerequisite. So we need DCGM exporters to be running on the server. So what is the architecture? So we already know there is a server and on which GPUs are deployed. So there could be few GPUs or hundreds of GPU running on a one server, right? And we try to collect the data for all the GPUs running on that server. So we need to have this DCGM exporter running on that server. So our ETL actually first using the scripts, DCGM commands, it collects the data in the CSV format, and then ETL will collect those CSV, right? Import those CSV in BHCO. Once you import those, this is how you will see it, the systems on which GPUs are running. So I have 2 systems. I am looking at one of them. And if you go to the metrics section, you will see some configuration metrics that we are collecting and some performance metrics. So in configuration metric, we are seeing model, the shutdown temperatures, so configuration related data. And now in performance metric, we are collecting by GPU utilization. So whatever number of GPUs that you have on that server, the GPU utilization for each of these GPU will be collected. Similarly, we are collecting memory clock by GPU memory utilization, memory free, then power utilization, clock speed, all those, and GPU temperature, the very critical information or critical metrics that we are collecting. Now let me show you the dashboard that we have built. So again, a disclaimer, this is still work in progress dashboard. So till this part, right, collection part is already GA in 25.4. This dashboard will, this dashboard will come in next push and will be available on the production by December or January. Okay. So in this dashboard, what we try to capture is all the servers which has GPU related, GPU installed on it or deployed on it will be shown, and will be, we have created a variable for that so that you can select particular server and check the GPU utilization for that particular server. Otherwise, overall dashboard will show you the top 10 highest GPU utilization. Again, memory utilization per GPU, again, top 10. Then we have GPU utilization for all the GPUs running on all the servers. So this is trend that we can see for GPU utilization, memory utilization, temperature, power utilization, right? Now you can also click on one of the server and it will take you to the next dashboard, which is a detailed dashboard. This one, last 7 days. So yeah, so this server I've selected. Again, all the GPUs for this server, I'm again showing GPU utilization trends, and here you can see the current one. Again, what is happening at the moment right now. So that information you can see here. Again, every GPU, so by GPU, as I was saying, so every whatever GPUs that are deployed by every GPU, you can able to see the details of all the key metrics that we have. You can filter the GPU from here using the variable, and yeah, it will be replacing these dashboards with the forecasting one, so that not only train, but you will be able to see the forecast that what is going to happen in the next 30 days or 60 days, whatever filter that you select. So yeah, that's what we have done. So this we are coming up with the ETL collection of the data, and then the dashboard for the GPU. Yeah, that's all from my side. Over to you, Mary.
Thank you. All right, Michael, over to you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Semenov. I'm a product manager of a security solution of BMC, specifically vulnerability management solution, which is the Helix Automation Console, and also vulnerability resolver of VulnOps, the extension to AIOps to see vulnerability posture and manage vulnerability posture affecting the services. So in a recent release, we introduced new AI agent capabilities. One of them, which I will want to mention, is automated possibility to categorize the vulnerabilities by affected technologies. So today, in the management of the vulnerability, especially 0 days vulnerability, when the remediation content should be developed by specific teams, there is a manual or difficult to automate process of assignment of the vulnerabilities, new vulnerabilities, to relevant subject matter experts. Today, it's done by some custom built systems or manually. We see that they see that according to our customers who do it this way, there is around 50% of errors, or 50% of vulnerabilities assignment to specific people or teams require later changes in this assignment. So 50% of mistakes. So we decided to tackle this challenge with the AI agent. So now, after the vulnerability scan, every vulnerability is checked with the help of Helix GPT. So we understand what is the impact, what is the technology impacted by this vulnerability in order to understand for the customers who should be the relevant team who should fix these vulnerabilities. So we create automatic categorization of vulnerabilities based on the technology assigned, and the customers can use that to create the rules, for example, Innovation Studio, to assign vulnerabilities to the relevant people or open incidents automatically for relevant people with all the justification of all these assignments. Yes, this is one capability. Mary, please go to the next slide. Yes, in addition, in this release, we extended the visibility of the information and AIOps, allowing advanced filters, allowing different tags. So that allows much more detailed view on the vulnerability impact inside the service. So starting from the situation when you receive a long list of vulnerabilities in the scanner and the management scanner applications, millions of vulnerability instances. So now we are moving forward. We are having understanding exactly the impact, which services are impacted. We take into account the criticality of the services. So that's why we can understand which of the high critical vulnerabilities I need to fix first because they're impacting your business. And now next step is we provide more level of details, possibility to allow automatic tagging of all the impacted assets by various data points that the customer want to see. This functionality was actually already available in Automation Console. Now it's also available in Vulnerability Resolver. So it means inside, for given vulnerability inside one service, for example, we can see what vulnerabilities are actually impacting the production services and what are impacting mostly, for example, development services or management machines, which are less critical. It's one use case. Another possible use case is when you plan the remediation, which will be also available very soon. Automatic remediation from this interface. You, for example, can start remediation of the vulnerability, first of all, to development machines to see if everything is good. Then you can remediate the vulnerability for the production machines. Or you can split it by location or by type of the environment or by cloud provider to, for example, separately remediate vulnerabilities for your on-prem devices, for Amazon and for Azure cloud providers. So yes. Let me jump to a short demo. Hope you see my screen with the demo. So what I mentioned, so starting with the vulnerability view, overall view, which you have in scanners, just see the vulnerabilities and the impacted assets. So in a real life situation, every scan brings hundreds of thousands of new vulnerability instances. For largest clients, it's tens of millions of new vulnerability instances. So, and approximately half of the vulnerabilities are highly critical in the new vulnerabilities, according to the NVD statistics. So, in Automation Console, we provide more understanding what it is about. For every vulnerability, we can see exactly which assets impacted. We can see if there is a remediation already available or not in the system. We can also see what services are impacted by every.
Hi, Michael.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're not seeing your screen.
I don't see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Check. Okay. Yeah, I forgot to press the button. Do you see my screen now, Mary?
Yes. Yes, I do. Thank you.
With the cursor moving, right? Automation console. Yeah. So yeah, getting back. So starting from the situation when you receive the information in the scanner, you go into the vulnerability scanner interface, see millions of vulnerability instances. Automation console, you see them normalized. You see the actual impact. You see the actual impacted services. Because automation console is connected to discovery. So it means to your company CMDB, BMC, or third-party CMDB. With the AIOps, we take it forward. So you see your services of your organization, what is the actual impact on the vulnerability on the services, take into account how critical are these services. For every vulnerability, you see also the risk score, which is actually a combination of the impact of the vulnerability and the criticality of affected service. So taking forward, as you can see here, okay, so yeah, it's a new column in vulnerability screen. It's a categories. So you can see the affected categories identified by Helix GPT. So which gives you an idea which technology expert should be involved in fixing these vulnerabilities. These categories are identified, as I said, by Gen AI. Current exactness is 90%. Getting improving the model. Of course, you can decide to change this assignment. Okay, so for example, because companies work differently, so you can decide that in your company, so this technology is affected not, for example, by Mozilla Firefox, but I don't know. In this case, maybe it's Jenkins, Teams, or whatever you want. The list of categories, there are two options which you can configure. So you can allow, so the question is, the list is predefined, right? To have a total control by the customer, how you want to reroute then the vulnerabilities. Now, there can be situation when there is a new technology and you don't have this technology in your list. So there are two options running the software. One is you can completely control all the new categories. You can add them manually. Another option, you can allow GPT to do it for you. So if you enable this, so Helix GPT will add new categories if it's needed automatically. So it will save for you the need to support it manually. In this case, you need to create new rules to rule out new categories. Yeah, it's regarding the categories. Regarding the tagging, so regarding the starting from the visibility of the services and the impact by vulnerability of specific services. Okay, so with the explication in a normal language, for Gen AI, what is vulnerability actually means for you and for your service. So we take it forward. Actually, we can show the tags associated with each one of the assets as servers affected by this vulnerability. So which will allow you separately, like in this example, separately to plan remediation for different types of the environments. Tags, they are key-value tags. So like here, for example, you see depth, DMZ, environment, locations. These are the keys, and these are the values. Okay, so you can actually extend it as you want. So the tags can be imported into the system in various forms. You can take these tags from TSSA, server automation, if it's connected, or from discovery, or from any third-party application. So there is a simple control interface to control these tags. Okay, so it will allow you to understand in a better way the actual impact of this vulnerability. So with the risk, you can understand which vulnerabilities are more important for you, then you can understand in simple language, instead, for example, in studying what it actually means, written in a complex language, what is the vulnerability about, you see the explanation created with the GPT in a simple language. You see the impact on the services by each of these vulnerabilities, which actually services are impacted. And actually also you can see the, furthermore, you can see the impact on specific parts of the service. This information is also available in Helix dashboard, which Anuj has mentioned previously. So all the extensions of the Helix dashboard, also you can see for vulnerabilities. So you can ask the questions in Insight Finder. So today, so you can ask, for example, which services are impacted by this vulnerability, and which locations, define the stacks, and things like this. Thank you. We have some time for questions. Mary, back to you.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Michael. All right. Thanks, Minji, Anu, Kamal, and Michael for going through some of the new capabilities. And here I just want to summarize the ones that we've all talked about. The first set being the AI SRE agents. These are, the new one being the deep root cause analyzer that Minji talked about. This is a new capability, new AI agent capability that we released in 25.4. The others, the Helix Insight Finder and OpsWarmer, have been released since the beginning of the year, but we continue to, add new capabilities, enhance these AI agents. And all of these three agents play a very key role in helping SREs, perform their operations, whether it's, doing a root cause analysis of a situation, and then knowing, whether to execute a run book to troubleshoot and resolve the problem, or using OpsWarmer when there's like a major incident, right, where there are, lots of things happening, and when you need to get everyone together in a Teams chat channel to resolve the issue. That's where Helix GPT OpsWarmer comes in, is bring all the people, the right people, the relevant data, and insights. Like Minji said, bringing, leveraging a set of agents to pull all the insights into the Teams chat channel so that everyone has, one place to get updates on the incident, collaborate more effectively in resolving them, and also documenting, what has been done and how it has been resolved, and then eventually generating a post-mortem of the situation. The other area where Kamal talked about was in capacity optimization, having the ability to see the capacity risk per service in AIOps, as well as being able to, optimize GPU metrics is very important in today's environments where people are, leveraging AI infrastructure to build applications. So it's very important to be able to control AI infrastructure costs. And then we also have, integrated vulnerability remediation that was just covered by Michael. This ability helps to strengthen security and compliance, and allows DevOps teams and SREs to proactively look at some of the vulnerabilities in their environment and quickly resolve them. And then some other features and capabilities that were not covered, but part of our latest release is our Elasticsearch connector. This allows us to ingest metrics or events collected by Elasticsearch into our system, and so this integration provides another data source for context, which is used for insights for understanding your application environment. And then we also we rebranded Netrio to BMC Helix Network Management, and this rebranding helps to bring the Netrio product line into the Helix brand and also the platform. So for us to further integrate this network management product into AIOps will help bring relevant network information and correlate that with other operational data to help resolve, correlate, across your network, your application network and infrastructure to help identify the cause and find the fixes to the problems much faster. So thank you so much for your time. There were some questions that were asked during the presentation. I believed we answered some of them, but if you are, you're interested in learning more about some of these capabilities, especially our agentic AI capabilities, please, scan this QR code and get in touch with some of our experts to provide you a tailored demonstration of these capabilities, or just to, chat and give you more information about, anything that you want to learn about our AIOps solution. And let's see, how much time do we have? 4 more minutes. I saw some questions that came in. I wanted to make sure that is everyone able to see the questions and the answers provided to the questions, or?
Yep.
Okay,
We
everyone
do
can see
see
them?
some questions, and we've answered as well to some
Okay.
of them.
Okay, so all of the questions have been answered, right? We have a few minutes, so we can just quickly go over some of the questions that were asked and answered. One question was about capacity utilization features. How can they be used with the cloud infrastructure? And Kamal answered it and said BHCO. So BHCO is BMC Helix continuous optimization product, has ETLs or connectors to collect performance data for cloud infrastructure. So definitely we have the ability to do that. And then you can group them or model them in a similar way you do for on-prem. The other question this is related to capacity management as well, which is BHCO. It says, the question was, is AIOps charged additionally if we already onboarded Helix with a lower version? And our answer to that, provided by Anuj, was that AIOps is provided.
So Mary, just to clarify, sorry, I'm not sure because I was not very sure whether it was related to BHC or it was like general, and that is why my response was based on how's the AIOps charge additionally or not? Yeah.
Okay. So our AIOps solution is provided along with other Helix applications, and it's available along with Helix Operations Management. So AIOps is available, and if you do the upgrade or to the latest version to take you can do the latest upgrade and get the latest version to take advantage of the latest capabilities. BHCO is something that you can definitely add and integrate into our AIOps solution as well. And then another question is, can we get this presentation? Yes, of course. The recording of the presentation will be emailed to everyone, and you should get them within 24 hours. The last question is, self-healing, is it also available if there's a vulnerability? The answer is yes, healing is possible. Self-healing is possible with our automation console product, which comes today with the AIOps package. So if you have AIOps, then yes. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you again later.